I'm Dr. Ken. This is my daughter Barry Ann. This is Charles Nanton from Lakeview Youth Federation. It is April 22nd, 2000. We're making a tape of my training today. I don't want to make the tape. It's an invasion of my privacy. But my training has been going very well with the support of my lovely wife and children, and the fact that my stress level is very low for the last year or so, the way I'm doing business, working with my wife. Bottom line is, we figured that since LYF needs the money, we're going to try to make a tape and sell the tape for the money for our many programs. Essentially, this tape really comes from a lot of sources, and I have a lot of people to thank. We're doing this for my children. I think the expression Greg used was that we should have a tape. We have a tape of everyone else in the family training. If I should drop dead or otherwise have some sort of serious mishap, they want something to remember me by, or forget me by, either one. So that's the purpose of this. Anyone else who winds up with the tape, we appreciate the donation. If you got the tape and didn't donate, we will find you. You must send your $20 for the tape or whatever it comes out to, because we need the money for our youth programs. I would never let you into my garage otherwise. It's not an instructional tape. I'm not making a statement. I'm training. I train Thursday. I train Monday. Today is Saturday. I am due to train. I'm going to train. It is a typical workout in that this is what I normally would do. These are the exercises I do. It is atypical in that around December I'd had a couple of months of very good training. Charlie and I talked about the possibility of making a tape and selling it, and the kids encouraged me. And the atypical part is, one, I'm letting you tape me, and number two, my training is very, very good and very strong right now. I don't think anything I've accomplished after 40 years or so, if you put it in perspective, is any big deal. And of course I compare myself to a lot of other people who've done much, much more and much, much better. Essentially, although the weights I'm using are probably better than I've used in the last 25 years, everything else about the workout is typical, including my language, which will probably not be so good at times, and the fact that the guys will make fun of me, the guys who are hanging out, because they always do. My training partners are brutal, but supportive, and we welcome you to watch this.
My name is Charles Knightley. I'm the chairman of the Lakeview Youth Federation since 1976. During that time, me and a group of parents and concerned citizens of Lakeview, which is located in School District 12, became concerned about the youth in the community and what direction they were going. So with the help of Doc Leisner, Coach Ron James, Coach Britt, and the late Al Gaynor and a few other people, we formed the LYF, the Lakeview Youth Federation, which is a not-for-profit corporation consisting of all volunteers who put their shoulder to the wheel and dedicate their lifelong efforts to the community. Now, we've been working in School District 12 since that time, and we formed an alliance with them. And during that time, we've run cultural art programs, basketball programs, scholastic and athletic programs, academic programs, and programs to enlighten young students to try to strive and do better and help themselves get through life. One of the things that we focus on, and one of our primary goals, is to get kids through education to engage and compete in various athletic activities to stimulate their mind and their bodies. We believe that a healthy body creates a healthy mind. And one of the things that we do and we strive to do is to work as volunteers and work collectively as a team. It's simple. It's almost like a relay team for a track team. The expression that Doc Leisner and many other coaches that we work with have given up, that somebody has to take the baton and carry it, just like in a relay team, and that's what we have to do. So since that time, we've been engaged in a lot of activity. And one of the things that we are proud of is that myself and Doc Leisner and a group of other coaches formed an alliance to make a difference, to simply make a difference in the community.
We use a lot of equipment. I've been very fortunate knowing a lot of the equipment manufacturers, all wonderful people, a lot of nice people in the industry. Downstairs in our rehab and training facility, all selectorized, all Nautilus, only because I think biomechanically it is the best, and I'm trying to copy Jay Trigg in Humboldt, Texas. This is the garage. This is where the guys train. This is where the football players train. We do train downstairs sometimes too, but this is our hangout. Vinny and Sean on a Saturday afternoon we are known, and when Saul's home, we are known to hang out here for hours. And the phone doesn't ring, and we talk training, and we lift weights, and we have a nice time. What we have here is Power Rack, which is a centerpiece made by Mike Adolphson at Reflex. You cannot do better. I asked him to make it out of I-beam, and it is a 3-inch I-beam because that's old school and that's what I like. We've got Nautilus Pullover 3. I got Nautilus Duo Squat, which are just vicious machines, which I think augment the standard and basic work we do. Nautilus also made a nice little cable roll in the corner, and we use that on occasion to augment our other pulling work. We've got an adjustable hydraulic squat rack. It's one of Jim Sutherland's old ones. We have got all York equipment. These are all York Elite competition bars, which I think are the best. They're going to last forever. Kevin's got a York set that I bought in 1968, and it's still being used. All our plates are York plates. You will notice, Jack should be lifting this. I don't want to wear myself out. Sound like a typical lifter, huh? 20 kilo plates, milled to exact weight. I'm very compulsive about my weights, and Jack will recall when he comes here that I painted them white, silver, gold. I always change the color. This time I actually did some fine work on here just because I like to do that kind of thing. Write to Jan Dillinger or call him there at the York number and complain that they only paint them in black. I had to paint these with Krylon spray paint because Jan wouldn't spray them silver for me. It cost me a week. These Farmers Walk implements are made by Mastiff Equipment. This is Brian Neese in Brownsburg, Indiana. A wonderful, wonderful gentleman, strongman competitor. We have the official 170-pound log. We've got a small one at 128 over here that is 5 foot long. Everything else about it is the same size, which is too big for me. And I'm going to use it anyway. And yes, I will cheat. I'm going to put 20 kilo plates on the end. That'll take it to 216. It allows me to get under it a little bit when I deadlift it up to get it into that hang clean position. Because otherwise, it's breaking my back. I told you, I'm not that strong. This stuff is wonderful, and I can't recommend it more highly. Let me come over here and show you something else that Roger LaPointe is selling. There's another Farmers Walk implement. Mike Adolphson is making these, I believe. Roger is selling them at Atomic Athletic on the side of the house. If any sneaks over there at some point, you'll see all our granite stones, and Brian Neese also made us some concrete stones. And we do that kind of thing. But since some jerk broke the driveway, mainly me, much to my wife's dismay, yeah, we got that mat over it. We have a little pit in the back, but these are other Farmers Walk implements, a little bit different, a little smaller. I like to do shrugs with them, which I will do today, and also Farmers Walk, obviously. We've got stuff by PDA. I got a lot of Ironman stuff, a lot of grip stuff. We have the Vulcan racks put away. We got the Pillars of Power. So essentially, basic gym. We've got bumper plates. I am old school. I don't use the bumpers. If something's going to hit the floor, I'll use the bumpers. I'm going to use them for stiff-legged deadlift because it probably will hit the floor. When I squat or go overhead, it's too easy for me to put bumpers on knowing I can just drop the bar. With the metal, it's a racket. You could hurt your bar. It makes me train a little harder and keep better control of the bar. If that's a personality flaw, I apologize, but that's what I got to do. Also, I always lifted with metal plates. That's what I like to do. The metal plates also feel heavier to me. I don't know if when the weight's distributed on the end of the bar and it's further out, because it's bumper plates, it feels lighter, but metal feels heavier. I want heavy, I want hard. And that's really all I got to say because I got to start lifting some weights. Now, one of the things, and like I said, I'll have to be quiet after this because I'll be screwed otherwise. I don't get crazy, I don't get psyched. If I can't do something, I'll talk myself into it, get myself psyched. I had an Olympic lifting meet. I embarrassed the heck out of Mike Whitmer, who was coaching me, because essentially, I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I wasn't any good, so I did a powerlifting number with him, rah, rah, rah. But that just gets me tired. So when I train, like I said, these guys will make fun of me, I'm sure, because they always do. My wife will have some cute comments, I'm sure, because she always does. I won't even hear it. Bottom line is, when it's time for me to do business, I'm focused on doing business. But I don't jump up and down. I don't suggest you do it either. Save it for when you need it. The soundtrack today will be the Persuasions. It'll be Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers, which, you know, buddy of at the Copacabana there of Charlie Nanton. Hey, Jack. And we're going to have a little deal on the Belmont's Live reunion contest. How are you, sir?
I'm ready.
All right. All right. Jack, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Come in here, hold this plate up, show everyone the plate, because I was commenting that we only use York products, number one. Here, take this. I don't want to break my back.
Yeah.
Just hold that up and show it to Vinny's camera. Okay, do you remember how I used to paint the weights all the time because I thought it made them lighter?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we go, all right. This is it, but this is a York 20 kilo plate. We do kilos because if we mix pounds and kilos with the bumper plates, you're looking at an idiot over here. Even with the calculator,
True.
I'm lost. I'm lost. Why don't we put that right on the sledgehammer? Just drop it right over and I'll do some forearm stuff. My training partner in 35 years, this is Jack. Okay, now everybody let me alone and let me lift some weights. Here we go.
You, Zach?
You got the clock, baby?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Well, you know I'd rather press than bench press.
Well, this goes back, I mean, he was the first, I'm going now back to 68. Most of the guys in those days, when we started this, were doing pressing behind the neck. And he didn't like it. He had gone down to Louisiana and met Alvin Roy, strength coach, I think, of what football team was it? LSU. And he came back. And at that time, we did seated presses behind the neck. And he came back and he says, no way. This is the way to go. It's better for you, and you're not going to get hurt. So, going back 30 some odd years, he was the first, as far as our group, to go with the straight military press.
Also, of course, now we know that there's too much stress on the rotator cuff area on the shoulder doing press behind the neck for the average person. So it turned out I did something right without knowing why I was doing it.
That's 60 kilos. Going up to 176 now. It's a little while for the older guys to get warmed up.
We dabbled in all the different routines, Vince Gironda, Larry Scott, whatever was around, supersetting. But he basically stayed focused, and he had his favorite exercises. And one thing that needs to be said here is the fact that though he's very strong pressing, he was an excellent bench presser. I mean, I remember him doing over 400. He didn't like it. Or he didn't prefer to do that.
I don't want
But
big
no,
pecs.
that's right.
I don't want big pecs.
I understand that. You're absolutely right. But you could do it. You were very, very strong at it. In fact, Dennis Tenorino used to marvel, and when we were in the gym, Kenny would fool around and roll up his shirt and throw a tricep shot.
That's the Persuasions, Charlie. One of the things I like to do, I like to load for myself and unload. That's how I pace my rest period.
Will you use the basic same exercises?
Depending on the gym.
Like on the West Coast,
Yeah, West Coast naturally had their own way of doing things, depending on which gym it was.
fit right in then.
When we went out there, we hit goals. Goals had a certain set, because that was Arnold's domain.
Right.
Go a little north up to Hollywood, then you had Vince Gironda, and then it was just totally different as far as even to the point of moving thumbs and fingers, twisting. I mean, it's just a whole different approach. And then go up to Englewood and you had Bill Pearl. Bill Pearl probably came the closest to what Kenny's doing here as far as just basic exercises. But in those days, he used to do 20 sets per body part.
Yeah, but Bill was strong. Bill could press behind the neck with 450 pounds.
Absolutely.
And it's
But
part
I
of the
think-
workout, not like there's a demonstration,
Exactly.
it's part of the workout.
And he would invite us at 6 o'clock in the morning. Out there, it was very big to train at 6 in the morning. Why, I'll never know.
So you can have a social like
And he
that.
jumped right into it. He loved it. He loved it. Rosie and I were trying to sleep. He'd get up 5:30, get ready to go over to the gym.
And they did
And we
everything.
did bounce around. We hit most of those gyms out there, Zoovers included. It was a good time.
This thing
Dave Draper, Frank Zane, Arnold, they were all training in what, Venice Beach at that point? Goals
What year was that?
68.
68.
You notice I'm not resting here between the squats.
What about the East Coast places like York?
York was good. We went down there. I liked it. He didn't like it.
Well, that's right. Kenny liked it because it
You
was
like
just
it?
heavy, well, for the weightlifters, you know, Bob Hoffman. But I went down with him on a Saturday morning. We left Woodmere, and it was so inclement. It was a blizzard, hail. We're going down through Jersey. He went down to pick up a power rack in his Mustang, and we set
That
it
is
up.
old
We put it
Mustang.
on the,
No
on the
room
car.
there.
We spent the whole day down there. But well, I'll label myself as a bodybuilder in those days. But the thing was, it was intriguing. I mean, seeing the greatest lifters of the world
Well, lift some
down
heavy
there,
weights
and they
on them.
treated us as if we were kings. And we came back in the slush and the rain and what have it, 5 hours to get back. We were exhausted. We no sooner get there. I think I was talking to his mother, and all of a sudden he's setting the power rack up within a half hour. Just what you see here, he's squatting.
It's a good training schedule. 10 hours on the road.
Yeah, that started. I used to go down to York a lot after that. I liked it. I liked the guys were real nice to me. Bill March laid out programs, Bill Starr, and you know,
Some
I did
good
pretty
people.
much. Well, I was doing pretty much what they did.
Well, we
you
listened
know?
to whatever he said, even in terms of the bodybuilding, because he was in touch with these guys. They communicated, they corresponded. So
Some
he
good
would
people to
say,
get advice from.
exactly, you know, he would say, I spoke with Bill Pearl, or Bill sent me the
Well, you were
letter.
friendly with Bill. You're
Well, we went out
you
there
were
and
Bill.
met him, right.
Right, but you were kind of corresponding before we got this. Yeah, come on out, come on out.
But we would always listen to him because even in those days, he was much more in tune than we were. We would just take a routine, say Sergio Olivas, a fantastic, gifted athlete, and we would try to do 25 sets for the triceps.
I go, no, let's squat, let's squat.
And well, it's right. Kenny would always come back to a more basic perspective, which Rosie and I balked at. I mean, to the extent we liked the showy stuff or what we thought, but it really didn't help. It was only
No.
until years later when we really became focused on what really worked. But that was part of the learning experience. And now even going out to California, the greatest guys in the world were all doing this 20, 25 sets, splitting the routine, coming in the morning, coming in the evening. I mean, our heads were spinning, trying to just understand what the hell was going on.
I did presses and squats, I was fine.
How about when you went down to Nautilus?
That's a whole other deal, man, whole other deal. That opened up. I was doing a lot of things right, it was years later. But
Since then, have a lot of things changed as far as intensity?
not for me. I mean, basically, I'm doing the same stuff I was doing in 1966. You know, press or bench. You know, I don't bench anymore. I haven't benched in years, not since my last shoulder surgery. Squat, 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 squat. Stiff like a deadlift, squat.
Very strong on the squats.
Some pulls.
Very
and,
strong.
you know, I don't do much. Pull over machine I like. That's the one thing I carried from Nautilus. But hey, I'm basic. You know, I always say I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'll work hard. And you know, it's just consistency. And I like to squat. We had a group of great squatters in the gym. We used to train mainly in my garage and Jack's basement. I moved the stuff over to the loft, you know, in the iron shop. Nice deep squat right
Yeah.
there. It's 308. Now we get the work set. The bottom line is, I knock myself up in the sense that I write out always 6 days. Remember, we sit there, we sit in class, or we meet in the cafeteria sometimes between classes in college. Go, look at this program, this will really work. And it didn't matter if it's 4-day routine, 3-day routine, 6-day routine. I get into the gym, into the garage, and I'd squat and I'd do a few things. I'd be rolling on the floor, I'd be done. I couldn't walk for 2 days, so I couldn't do anything anyway. It always wound up being a 2 or 3 day a week routine for me.
160 pounds.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Right, right. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm good.
Turning into good morning.
Come on, man. Here we go. One more time. Here we go.
Come on! All right, get with it, motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Come on, kid.
Stay here.
Fuck! Come on. I'm good.
I'm in.
All right, 20, brother.
Good 20.
Shit! Okay. You alright? Shit, I'm bad. You alright? Yeah, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I'm good.
Fine.
How many was it?
I know I got 20, 21.
Nothing like that.
How many?
I put 20, 21.
I know I got 20.
Let's switch right to the...
Good job, good job. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I'm good. Good. I'm good.
Leave him alone, Charlie.
I'm good.
Leave him alone.
Good fine, fine, man.
I'm going to use the bumper plates now. This will probably be dropping this.
I know. I'm a faggot.
No,
Have more.
no argument there.
Come on, have more. Come on. Shit. Stay with it.
Jack, is this crying common? Is this crying common?
Oh, he's had a great way getting himself psyched up.
Yeah.
Almost thinking we're on another planet.
I'm almost getting a little tired of the crying now. I'm gonna go right to 347. 157 and a half kilos. If you'll ever get to it now. 160. Never entered any bodybuilding contest.
Well, it's an inch.
Not a winner of any bodybuilding contest.
Oh, shit. Come on, baby.
Come on now. Come on.
Shit.
You ready to jump in there, Jack? Got a little fire left in him. The cleaning press now. This is not going to be an instructional video on form.
I just want to tell you guys, man, you've been really more than kind. And I really enjoyed it tonight, man. Thank you very, very much. God bless you all.
He's lifting like he's 175 pounds. stay together.
Oh, that sucked.
Pretty much. Got a little farmer's walk now. Maybe shrub. Leave it, Charlie. It's all right. Just leave it. He'll fix it. Keep breathing. Let's go.
Well, we know I'm not a body horse.
I couldn't tell by looking at you.
It's not going up, just tell me. I won't call.
I read the shrugs. Farmer's Walk shrugs. They're up 119, 120 each. or lack thereof. They're working hard, they're breathing a little heavy, and they feel a little bit of what they call a burn. They don't know what a burn is until they load the bar up and do a set of 20 or 30 squats or 50 squats.
Well, that's the whole point. You can work upper body as hard as you want. I really feel that, I don't care how hard you work your upper body, it's not a hard workout relative to working hard when you do squats and or deadlifts and or trap bar deadlifts and or stiff leg deadlifts.
I agree.
Because the metabolic demand is such, then you're cooking. Well, no one bear, hey, I'm happy with the workout. Ooh, say that again for everyone in here.
I thought his arms must get
Yes!
I did that with the camera. That was all camera work.
Elvis has left the building.
What?
Elvis has left the building. Not so great form sometimes, but good intensity throughout.
Leave it, leave it, leave it. Let me do it, let me do it. Let me do everything.
Generally out of his mind.
Let me do it.
That's how your workout
Oh,
should be.
shit.
mentally how we used to get to do this shit? Because for me, it's mental, it ain't physical.
He was much more mental, only because of the exercise.
Mental's a good word.
Yeah, in all respects. Because of the exercise, he was much more oriented toward the basics, whereas Warren Rose and I more or less went for the showy exercises. But he always had that ability to just dig down deep and find whatever motivation he needed to keep going.
And motivate
These
you guys.
exercises that you've seen him do today were always the mainstay of what he did, even when we were kids and we were bouncing around from gym to gym.
You're digging yourself now.
Well, you are. There's no doubt about it. At least I am. We went out to California, and Zuber's Hall of Fame, I forgot where it was in California,
Costa Mesa.
but he was the only guy from New York ever to make the Hall of Fame with these unique lifts, which these seem to be derivatives of. But I remember him training out there. It was the summer of 1968 or 69.
68.
And what he had to do each and every morning in order to qualify. Whereas Rosie and I would stay in the motel, sleep, go down and pick him up, whatever we had to do. But he did it, and he made the Hall of Fame. He made the Hall of Fame,
I should say
which was an
everyone
accomplishment because those lifts were outstanding.
Everyone else made it easier than me. And Jack, you can make as much fun as you want. How many times I have to lift that barrel to actually get the barrel off?
It was a
This
tremendous.
has scared the shit out of everyone because they figure
How many times did you drop that barrel on your head?
Everyone really thought I'd die doing it. My man, my mind was going to get done.
He was there
you
every
were there.
morning. He was there every morning. We used to get up 6:30. This was a vacation. We were up 6:30 every morning going out there.
So anyway, like Jack just said, the stuff I did, I've been doing for almost 40 years. Jack and I have been doing it together since about 66. And I just don't think you got to do much. Don't do much variety. I didn't do much. How long did the workout take, by the way?
20 minutes, 30
20
minutes.
minutes, okay. That's about right. I can't go much longer. I wish I was stronger and could do more, but I can't. That's a fact. But I think the average guy who bitches and moans just doesn't have the right perspective. I know a lot of times Charlie's come to me and said, hey, we got to do this project. We need like 10 grand in 2 weeks. And of course it can't be done. And we'll take kids who are headed to jail or something, and we got to get them straightened out, and everyone's telling us it can't be done. But we come up with a way to do it. We just come up with a way to do it. Change your perspective. There's an article in Newsday this week. Eric Heiden, the former speed skate champion, the former speed skating champion. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay?
Yeah, I
Just give me a
know.
minute.
It's apparent that you don't know what you're doing.
The former speed skating champion would do 300 pounds in a squat for 300 reps in a workout.
In one session,
Now,
yeah.
I watched speed skaters and cyclists train at the Sports Training Institute in Manhattan back around 81. And these guys would set a bench, a low bench, that took them certainly lower than what most powerlifters squat to. And certainly what is lower than what passes for legal lift in a lot of organizations. And they would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand with the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And do a set of 100. And do 2 or 3 sets. So I'm assuming that's how Heiden did it. So you're talking about a below parallel squat, a guy weighing around 205, 300 pounds for 3 sets of 100. This ain't shit when you put that next to that. You talk about John Grimmick squatting 4 1/4 for 30 when he was in his mid-60s. Probably lower than what I went. My depth was okay, right? My depth's usually not a problem. So what the hell is this shit? This ain't nothing, man. So guys are bitching and moaning at gym. I'm doing 250 for 10. Hey, essentially, fuck you, that ain't work. And that's for anybody. You know, you just gotta change your perspective and understand there's more you can be doing, and that's the secret to getting any good. I never met most of my goals, lifting, football, track, or anything else. But I tried, and I gotta say, I just couldn't do it. I probably could have worked harder. My kids have been successful. Kathy was a great lifter, great track athlete. She worked her ass off. A lot of you guys think you're working, you ain't working, man. It's not working. I saw George Friend squat with a broken leg. Jack and I, we won a contest out at the Venice Beach Pavilion. Friends warming up on stage, they didn't have enough weight for him to warm up with him back. Here's a guy who's squatting like 5 reps with 750. I mean, come on. All right, so what I'm saying is that take your perspective and change it. You'll do a hell of a lot better. Just add weight, add reps. This is simple stuff. I'm not scientific, man. You don't need to be. You just got to work a little bit harder. And that carries over to everything. Charlie will remind us that Derek Atkins never placed higher than third. Up going into his junior year in high school, he could not place higher than third. And we put 40 pounds on him that year, and that was it, man. It was off to a 4-year All-American Olympics after that. That's hard work. He just never believed he couldn't do it. So the key here is just get in there, pick 3 or 4 things, do them hard. Take 3 or 4 different things the next workout, do them hard. Go back to the first stuff a couple days later, do it hard. Shit is simple. Well, kids, it's the best I could do today. I thought I'd do a little better. I thought I'd have more on a clean and press. I think I got 3 presses, 4 or 5 cleans.
3 ugly presses.
Just out of push presses, yeah. Out of breath, man. Just got no, I couldn't breathe after the squats. Couldn't pull it together. So, sorry. Remember me nicely anyway. And Vinny, you got to train, man.
Yep.